my mother.
I just really wish that his mom could be here with us.
She'd love to be. She'd love nothing more, and that's why we keep pushing on, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And Ryan got to watch part of that feature. And to add to the emotion of this week, on Wednesday, his fiancee Becky's bridal shower was this week as well. What were the emotions this week returning here as the defending champion and all that goes into this race for you?
Well, the race itself, Long Beach, means so much to me for so many reasons. But really just concentrated on the job, you know, driving Indy cars. It's what I love to do, and this is one of my favorite tracks, so that's when it's crunch time. You got to make it happen. Is there extra pressure on you, and are you able to put the emotion to the side because you know this is one of your best chances of the year to win? Well, it puts natural pressure on you just because you know that the capabilities are there within the team and yourself to really perform well at this track. So you get to the track and you think, geez, if we're 10th or 11th in the first practice, well, that's way off where we were last year. So, but we hit everything we needed to this weekend. We really wanted that pole, but we didn't get it. We're on the front row, and we did it last year from there, and we can make it happen this year, I think. Let's jump back to last week real quick, some contact with you and Ryan Briscoe. I understand you two talked when you got here. What was that conversation like? It was fine. I mean, it was, you know, probably an over-optimistic move on my part, very aggressive move on my part, and I'm going to be just as aggressive today. That's how I am. I'm going to take chances, and I'm not one to just sit behind and settle. You know, I'm gonna go for it. You know, the team told me at the time that he knew I was on reds, and Briscoe was saving fuel, and that RP told him, hey, if he's faster, let him go, and that's on me for letting it. That influenced the decision, but I'm going to be just as aggressive today, and you know, that's how hopefully we'll go win the race. He mentioned qualifying second. He said it still bothers him. He said second in the race today, though, not acceptable. Lindy?
I'm with Ryan Briscoe. We just talked to the other Ryan. You all talked. Is it settled, or does it come into play today?
Oh, no, it's all good. You know, we talked, and actually Ryan rang me shortly after the race, and he actually came up to me again today and just said he apologized and said he's even more so after thinking about it, and it's fine. You know, he was really fast in Bub, and you know, I think just got a little bit impatient with the timing, but you know, I've made mistakes before as well, and you know, we just got to move on, and he's got himself a really good starting position today on the front row. I've got a little bit more work from 12th, so hopefully I can catch up and go racing with him, but I really want to thank Penske Truck Rental and everyone at Team Penske and Izod for the support. You know, hopefully we can get a result here and maybe get on the podium.
Yes, you were fast in all the practice sessions, then qualified 12th. Is the car better than that, or did someone hold you up? Did your teammate hold you up?
No, it wasn't that. You know, we made a little setup change going from Q1 to Q2. The times were so close. You know, I just got pretty loose. We could have done an extra lap, but I was out of fuel. So it was just a lot of things going on. It was getting busy on the track. There were lots of cars around, and it was difficult to get clear space. But I can make up a million excuses, but I just needed to be a little bit quicker.
Kevin, Ryan's best finish here, 8th last year.
Thank you, Lindy. And one of the other highlights of this weekend is the Toyota Celebrity Race, which was contested yesterday. Stephen Moyer from HBO's True Blood was quick in the qualifying, set to start on pole until this. He did not start in the race, but he's okay. So actor William Fichtner from Armageddon, Black Hawk Down, Prison Break on the pole. That's Kevin Jonas of the Jonas Brothers getting into the tire barriers. Tito Ortiz of UFC fame trying to get around the charity auction winner Jerry Westland. But William Fichtner wins wire to wire, the celebrity and the overall. The pro Ken Gucci, the drifting champion, is the winner in that category. Well, Will Power will start on the pole today, and when we come back, we expect to talk with the winner of last week's race at Barber. You're watching IndyCar Central, presented by Verizon. This is Versus. Welcome back to IndyCar Central and Versus, presented by Verizon, as we get ready for the 37th Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. While we have a moment, check out select Macy's and participating Honda dealers to enter the Civic Racing Style Sweepstakes. You could win a Civic X Coupe and Izod Macy's shopping spree, or tickets to the Izod IndyCar World Championship in Las Vegas. Well, after finishing second to Dario Franchitti in the season opener at St. Pete, Will Power went to Barber Motorsports Park with something to prove. And the series' top road and street racer did just that, starting from the pole and leading every lap on his way to victory.
This is the 12th consecutive race on a road course that Will Power has led.
Will Power is out in front. Let's see if Dixon's going to make the move.
A moment ago, Chip Ganassi came over to Will Power's pits. The complaint was from Scott Dixon on the last restart, saying Power had chopped him off twice. They asked officials to warn Power not to do that again, and then Mr. Ganassi came down and said, if your guy does that again, I'm going to tell my guy just to take him out.
The battle up front here at Barber Motorsports Park gets closer and closer. It's just a Sunday afternoon drive for Will Power. Will Power goes to victory lane.
I know he came up beside me and did something. I was like, what, dude? I mean, what was I doing wrong? I was just starting. I was maintaining speed, and I don't know what he was complaining about.
We were told in the drivers' meeting that the left lane has to be left of the center line. He was in the right of the center line. You know, I was pretty much on the grass in some of those restarts. So, you know, he was doing it to keep on the clean side of the track, but you can't have the inside and the clean side of the track. It's not how it works.
And our pole sitter again, and the winner last week, is with us here on our set. Will Power. We heard some of that piece. You couldn't hear it, but I'm getting the sense that a lot of drivers have been angry with you at different times. What's going on?
I don't know. I guess I'm winning. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think yesterday Scott Dixon was on the lap, and I got out of his way as quick as I could, and you know, I'm sorry. I hate when that happens to me. So you know, he may have made it to the fast six if I hadn't been there.
I guess you talked to Scott yesterday?
I saw him this morning and apologized. He said, I know it doesn't make a difference now, but sorry, man. Like, I didn't see him till he was in the corner. Then I moved out of the way as quick as I could.
We're developing some rivalries in this sport, though. What's the biggest rival you have right now?
It's probably Dixon. He's complaining about me a lot, you know, after the race last week. I don't understand what he's talking about, because we are racing after the start-finish line. He's talking about me crowding him, but you know, that's racing. It's going to be tight, and I believe that he's going to be one of the championship contenders this year. So, you know, he's trying to put the pressure on.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question that people keep asking me, and I don't have the best answer other than, well, he's just really good. But why are you so much quicker than everybody else on road and street courses?
I'm not that much quicker. I mean, it was less than a tenth yesterday.
Relatively speaking.
I mean, and Dixon in qualifying last week actually had the quickest time. So you just got to put it all together. It's these cars. I'm very used to them. Got a great team and a great crew, and we try to get it right every week, which we have so far.
All right, you won the final Champ Car race here in 08, and you've been close since then. What would it mean to win today with this field? This is as competitive as we've seen it in a long time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is the tightest field in IndyCar history, and I've been knocking on the door here every year. We just got to get it all right. I think, you know, a bit of luck plays in here. You have to get the yellows to fall for you the right way, and for me, if there's no yellows, it's perfect. And you got the double file restarts to weigh into the equation.
Well, he can control those, though. Will Power starts on the pole for the third time to start the season, the first to do that in IndyCar since Mario Andretti in 1987. Will, thanks for coming up. Have a good day today.
Thank you very much.
Well, after today's race, you can catch a race recap featuring Will Power and the IZOD IndyCar Series on your Verizon mobile phone. Will is the points leader as we go into round number 3 and picks up an extra point for the pole. He and Dario Franchitti have the advantage right now. Everybody else is still in the mix, but even though it's early, I think we could say that after today, you start to see things shake out a little bit more in the championship. Now, fans continue to pour in here at Long Beach, truly one of the great venues in the sport. Over in the Fan Village, you can take part in a number of interactive events, check out racing exhibits, or even catch up with a driver. And in Southern California, there's no shortage of cool cars. Over at the Mother's Polish Exotic Paddock, take a look at these cars, which have come out in their Sunday best. Not a bad way to arrive in the Grand Prix in style. And speaking of style, Robin Miller's got some of his very own, and he joins me on stage to discuss some of the recent events in the IZOD IndyCar Series.
We need some hate in this series, and we're starting to develop some. It's only race 2.
I think Elio misjudges braking by about a football field.
Right now, I was just hit by Simona.
Well, that's Hunter Ray, you know, you're going to get that. It wasn't a passing zone, and he drove straight into me.
If you can't get the first one right, then